toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Oh, he's got some space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
He really shows you his skills on that last run. And I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house. This guy has that kind of skill.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Rolling, throwing, looking right. It's caught. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The run to the right. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Gain of 1. 3rd down coming.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Dumps it off in the flats. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Gets it out quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Kansas City, 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. All wideouts, no mats. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pocket breaking down. Coming out aggressively. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Duke. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On target. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
That was a 3rd down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on 3rd down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
This time they'll go to the running game. Turning it on! Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Goes to the option. Now the toss. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Up-tempo for the offense.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Offense in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Out of the backfield, he's open. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slipping down the backfield, throwing the football. They'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Using the quick game. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback moving. Got a first down. Gets away from one. He's got space. Hits the accelerator to the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Man, he just makes it look so fun to play quarterback. Like, he's playing his own little game. He just scrambles around, takes off. Nobody can catch him all the way to the house for 6.
Firing to the right, complete. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the two-pointer is no good.
13, Kansas City, 8.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
That ball will bounce out of bounds at the 35. Could have been worse, I guess, but not much. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Got the first down and more. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Slams ahead. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied.
19, Kansas State, 8.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The offense changing the play. Toss sweep to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Bounced off his feet. And the Wildcats moving quickly to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. Got the first down. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. He just tucks the ball and runs, goes and gets it. Great job, great decision-making by the quarterback on that play.
This Kansas State offense is moving quickly down the field. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Kansas State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
That keeps the score. Oregon 19, Kansas State 14.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's McCord. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Zings it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. To throw, it's McCord. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll move the wide receiver. Go straight ahead. And they get him down.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. makes the grab.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Myers. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Kansas State quick to the line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He unleashes a long one. And it won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quarterback keeps it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Caught behind the line. It's Connor. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter 1-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break in half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able.
Touchdown, Oregon! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Makes the grab. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Meyer. And the ball is free on the pitch. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Fires to the middle. He's got it. And tackled there by the defense. Kansas State pushing the pace. Making side adjustments here. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Here's the pressure. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Working that left side now. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at third and goal. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those.
He's going for it all. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break of the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Makes the catch. It's Duke. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a big-time completion. Guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. This guy made a great catch. Let's keep this drive going.
Now from inside the red zone. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Kansas State quick to the line. Lost to throw again. Pressure coming. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go. Touchdown, Kansas State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Dances away. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's McCord. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, intercepted.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Snagged out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Kansas State pushing the pace. To the air on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Honestly, 3rd and 1, I think you just run the ball though. You just trust in your own guy's ability to be more physical, win the line of scrimmage, and go get that yard. Now with the sack, they're going to have to punt.
And what a surprise. The offense will stay on the field to try it yet again on 4th down. 0 for 5 so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Give to the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
From the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to power their way ahead. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical, work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep this drive alive. Running into the open space. There he goes. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
And the Ducks are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The give to the left. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. The Ducks are facing 3rd and inches. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Pulls and fired complete. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
The Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll leave it with him. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll toss it to the left. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the first down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
Has to get there to move the sticks. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning him here to save some clock.
On the option. Got enough space. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in. They've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. A little release to the back. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded. You were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they try to pass forward, and they complete the pass, and you just need a little second effort, something to break a tackle and maybe get in the end zone, but they weren't able to get it.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He's open on the right. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He wants to throw it again. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
Showing the arm strength to the left. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Running it to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Myers.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Makes the grab past the marker. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down.
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give him any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail meat coffin.